All right, welcome back. Today we are going over project platforms with AI, and so there's quite a few of them now. This isn't exactly the same as the coding platforms like Lovable or Replit or Cursor or Windsurf. This is more for anything projects, including those. It can also code. It can do a lot of different stuff. Send it on research tasks. So we're going to go ahead and start by checking out Manus. And so here on Manus, you can. What's really great about it is you can hover over and view these replays. So if you're like, oh, a 3D car racing model project, children's education plan model. As a teacher, I'm drawn to that one. So you just click this little replay, and it shows you what these things do. So you give it a prompt. They call on tools, they'll go ahead and do research. And so you see right here on the right side, it has its own little browser and it's making these little files, checklists to keep track of things as it goes because there's limited context windows. There's limited amount of information that they can keep track of in any given moment. That'll get solved within the next year or two, I'm sure. But until then, they make checklists. They go and they do one thing at a time. They chunk it down just like anybody does. Chunk down the into smaller projects. And so you can see right here it's continuing. All right, completed the task. And so when it's completed the task, you can go ahead and view the files in the task. And and these are all the same. So once you learn one, you know all these platforms right now. And so in here, documents, images. So this one didn't make any images, but it did make some code files. And so you can check it out. There's some code files that you can use and plug in and actually run. But then you got documents. Let's see. The to-do list, here's a wireframe. So it makes its own little wireframe just using ASCII, just using regular text. So that's very cool. But a lot of information, does a lot of great research, and it does take a lot longer than what you just saw, but each one, different amount of time depending on the project. And you can see right here, featured, life, research, education. Just kind of dig through these and watch it go. View space. I actually haven't messed with the space ones. Okay. So this coded something that you can sit here and mess with. All right. Very nice. All right. Not too interactive, but it is moving and everything. Needs to remove the background from that. So that would have been another prompt you could give it and then do that. You get free usage with all these tools. There's a certain amount of free usage, some more than others. I don't believe Manus is offering a lot of free right now, but it is some. And then let's move on. So now we are moving on to Genspark. Genspark is considered the top dog right now. Manus was first, but Genspark seems to be better, at least in all the testing I've seen online. I don't know if it's biased. I don't know if they're sponsored. I'm just letting you know what I'm observing. A lot of information taken. So here, this one does AI sheets and AI slides as well. So that's very interesting. And so it creates these amazing, not like Gamma slideshows, even more in depth. It's like a PowerPoint that's densely packed with charts and data, and well done, but it's just densely packed. It's not about the beauty as much as the utility. This one I would say gets more utility than beauty on the first shot. Gamma's first shot is beauty. So let's see, where are some of these AI slides? All right, so you create it right here. It does the canvas on the side. All right, AI sheets, you have Image Studio. So there's a lot more you can do with this. A lot of these tools can be used in the other platforms, but it's not something that you can easily just see and play with individually. It's something that it has to take upon itself during a prompt you give it for the agent to go and use. I'll give an example of that shortly here. But yeah, so advanced agents, Genspark Super Agent, the slides one, the sheets, fact checking one, the call people for me one. I mean, it'll do all these things. So definitely worth checking out. Genspark's great. It is a little more on the expensive side, so they don't give you many credits. And then you get 10,000 a month for $20 a month. Probably not too bad. I haven't paid yet for them, but I may do it pretty soon. And that's because of number three here. So number three here is Scout. So we talked about Manus. We talked about Genspark. Genspark's the big dog right now. Manus is great, but it's just no longer a top dog, from my understanding. And then Scout here, nobody's really talking about. But it's amazing. It says 0 minutes left, but it gave me hours. I use this thing a lot for free, so I can't do anything with it now. But I'll show you what I have made. See right here, fast AF, and then max vibes. I used max vibes each time. It takes longer, but it uses more minutes. But it took a very long time to do things, but it did a good job at doing things. I really appreciate that. And so here in my history, see I was working on an app with it, traveling with the family. Helping out students. All right, so here, this was an example. Uh, so my sister-in-law, she's a fifth grade gifted teacher, and she works with a bunch of elementary gifted students. And one of them is like super gifted and is doing advanced math, but they still like read and operate at a third grade level. But in math, they're just, woo, hey, they just get it. And so the idea was, could a third grader in Florida do the Florida standards for geometry? So geometry, like a 10th grade subject, we're talking about giving it to a third grader. And if that third grader was into something, make it personalized for them. So make a personalized curriculum for this student that's in a unique situation. You know, like young Sheldon, give something that would actually be fun for young Sheldon kind of deal. And we use Harry Potter. And so here's what that did. Oops. Open up the computer. And then there's app, but here's the files. Nope. There's the file, sorry. All right, and so I'm just going to go through a couple of these, but you see it even went and used image generators. Now, these formulas aren't exactly right. It does need some work, but some I could throw into Canva, use Magic Grab, and just swap out easily. But I mean, look at everything else it's got in here. It's really well done. And I do love a lot of these visuals, but you can see some of the words aren't correct and all that. It's not a good. I would take something like this, pass it through ChatGPT's image model, and say, you know, make this better, make sure it covers these things, all that. See what it does in the first pass, just to see if it understands what it's trying to do, and then makes it right. But the ChatGPT one's the one it should be using going forward, and a lot of these are really good. Anyway, so just showing off a few little things. Thought it was cool. Some of these are really neat. Just trying to find a specific one. Oh, well. And so that's Scout. Scout.new. That's the website, scout.new. Go there, sign in with Google. You can use it for a long time for free. I recommend just going and trying it out. Totally worth it. All right. Now, the last one I'm going to talk about is unique because it is not only online, this one is open source. So you can use their online one and pay them and all that good stuff and use that, or you can go ahead and use their open source version. Not sure why it's not bringing up the Google login. There it is. All right, and so same idea as the other ones. Ask it a question. It brings up the the canvas, and it goes ahead and starts working. Same idea with this one. I did a math app, and I also worked on the algebra curriculum in this one as well. But so what's neat about it is it's also open source. So if you're into this, this is something you could take and run on your computer. Now it still calls on like tools, like research tools on the internet and models on the internet and stuff like that. But you can do it for so much cheaper than the $20 a month they would charge you for a certain amount. You would spend $20 and be able to get like a lot more work out of it. So if that's something you're into, just want to let you know these kind of options are starting to pop up. This is by a company called Cortex AI, and I got it somewhat running on my computer, but I haven't played with it long enough. I think it needs to become an easier process, obviously, but I'm not much of a coder. I just, tell Windsurf or Cursor to please make this work kind of deal. So I'm still working on that, but very cool. And if I get it working, I will definitely make a video on it. I got it semi-working, but this is cool, and you can use their online one as well, and it's just another one of these platforms. There's other open source ones like Open Manus and one that, forgive me, Anus. That's what they call it, just without the M, but the other acronyms stand. And so I think that person's just being a little funny. But either way, those do exist out there, and just know that you're going to be able to have these project platforms. They'll just do your, whatever for you. You just got to give it a task and let it go off to the races. Check my other video for Fellow AI, the new browser, the new Fellow AI browser. Very cool. That's right here. So I definitely recommend checking that out because this thing codes and it, creates these reports that are coded, over 1,000 lines of code for this one. And I mean, really neat. So check out that other video if you want to learn more about that and get early access. You got to check out their Discord and sign up at their website and download it. All right. Well, thanks for checking out the video. You have a great day.